Super, Joe, thank you. And next we have Mrs. Susie Venn from Chichester, and she's got the significant task of female urology and BPH. Susie.
The faculty for this session are all young and rising stars in their field. So I have no idea why I'm up here, Simon, but thank you. My brief is female urology and BPH. In BPH, the debate continues as to the ideal energy source for resection. The current favourite is the saline bipolar TURP. Publications have debated whether it reduces length of stay and its safety profile. New alternatives for bladder outflow obstruction include Urolift, which is aimed at men who don't want to continue on medication, I'm told. I'm sure our CCGs will love this. Prostatic embolization reports early results. To be cynical, my research was into prostatic hypothermia. Remember that? And RCT finished that vogue off. We all breathlessly awaited the publication of the NICE guidance updating the LUTs. Our president was delighted that little had changed. In fact, the only recommendation is that we don't prescribe PDE5 inhibitors. Female urology is largely dominated at the moment by politics. Specialist commissioning has been placed under complex gynecology, which really pleased urologists. After a valiant fight, we do now have a strong voice in the commissioning and a sensible chair. Recurrent stress incontinence has been split from prolapse, and although not yet reported, is likely to propose that centres treat recurrent stress incontinence and they treat a minimum of 5 cases initially. Cases are discussed at MDT and entered onto a database. We're awaiting guidance from NICE shortly for SNS. Mesh use has steadily increased since Elmstein proposed its use in 1990. Unsurprisingly, the complications have increased and pressure groups have become increasingly vocal. In May of last year, the Scottish Government banned the use of all mesh. NH England responded by forming a working group. The working groups will report shortly, but are likely to suggest that mesh repairs of prolapse are only done in restricted centres. We expect them to report that we continue to use meshes for stress urinary incontinence, but cases must be entered on a database. We have produced new information leaflets for patients, and there will be mandatory reporting of complications. Female continence is one of the surgical outcome publications this year. HES data for 2014 shows approximately 8,000 operations, of which 1,000 are performed by urologists. BAUS returns on this are around 70%, which is pretty good, and we are expecting to report primary or secondary surgery, types of operation, improvement in pad usage, improvement in the ICIQ short form score, and complications. Finally, what's new? What else is new? Other advances are in the use of combination therapy for treating detrusor overactivity, in particular the use of a beta agonist with anticholinergics, and publications show there is a significant treatment advantage for the combination. There is interest in detrusor hypotonia, and hopefully developments will occur in pharmacological management of this condition. Female bladder outflow obstruction is being increasingly recognised, and there's renewed interest in using the artificial urinary sphincter in recurrent stress urinary incontinence. Thank you.